So today we're gonna be showing you guys how to unlock Valby. Now she's a little bit different than the other ones. You're gonna have to do a little bit of grinding, but hopefully these tips will help you guys do it more efficiently. So let's get into it. Now to craft her, you're gonna need the 4 items you typically need: the Valby enhanced cells, the Valby stabilizer, the Valby catalyst, and obviously the Valby code. So you'll need 4 items to actually be able to craft her. So let's start with getting the first item. So the first item we're gonna be trying to make is the Valby enhanced cells. Now there's 4 items you're gonna need: the Repton, the superfluid, the data processing, and the Valby enhanced cells. Now some of them will require more than others, but I'll be showing you guys where you guys can get each of these. So for the Repton, you wanna hit acquisition info and you can go to resource box or munitions. They're both in Kingston, click it, and it's gonna pull up the map for you. All you need to go to any of the outposts and that's it. Go to the outpost. And then when you arrive, all you need to do is, if you're on keyboard, you hit tab and it's gonna scan the area. And you'll see these little diamonds. This is a great way for you to find where any of these resource boxes are. Just keep spamming. You can spam it as much as you want, but I see the munitions box right here. And well, what is it gonna give me? Over 200 Repton just from one. So you honestly only have to do this a few times. The next item is the superfluid. Now this item can be found in sterile land, resource box, or munitions box. Another one, very easy. It pulls up the map. Then all you have to do is go to the outpost, pick whatever outpost you want, and fast travel there. And do the same thing. What you want to do is scan. I don't know what this is on controller, but on mouse and keyboard, it's tab. It scans the area, and then look, we found the munitions box. The metal accelerator, that's not what we want. We shoot this one, superfluid, exactly what we want. Just do that a few times and you'll have more than enough items. The next item is the data processing. Now for this one, it's from a boss. Recommendation, what I did is I found a mission that was either 5 minutes or less, and then I just ran through the mission very fast, and the final boss is the one that's gonna give it to you. Sometimes there's 2 bosses, but yeah, just run through the mission, pick one that's 5 minutes or less for all of those, and you'll get the materials you need. The next item is gonna be the Valby enhanced cells blueprint. Now to get this, we need the amorphous material that's tied to it. Now you can do either one of these, but I recommend doing the intercept battle because the amorphous material that you need is 100% drop versus the white knight one is going to be 20%. So it's gonna be in Vespers. All you have to do is click on it, and it's gonna take you right to the mission. And if you look at the rewards, it's 100%. So that means you're always going to get one, and then all you have to do, go fight the boss to unlock it. But yeah, this is gonna be the easiest way or the fastest way to get the amorphous material versus hoping for a 20% drop. And if you wanna check it, you can actually head over to the Void Intercept battles on normal, click on Executioner, and you can see it right here. The amorphous material, it has a 38% chance of dropping the Val's enhanced cells blueprint, and I got it on my first try, so I was lucky there. The next item we want to work on is the Valby stabilizer blueprint. So the first item that we're going to have to work on is the Monarch shards. You can hit acquisition info and then resource box or munitions box in Kingston. You click on it, go to any of the checkpoints, and then just spam tab or whatever it is on console, and boom. We can just keep spamming it, and those white diamonds should be somewhere near us. And we're gonna look around, spam it again. Oh, right there in front of us. And when we open it, boom, we got over 135 shards. So again, very easy to do. Just keep spamming and keep going around looking for the items you need. The next item is gonna be the compound coating material, acquisition info again, and this is gonna come from resource box or munitions box in Echo Swamp. Again, we're just gonna fast travel there, and we're just gonna spam our pulse till we find a munitions box. Boom, compound coating material 90. And we're gonna keep going over here, and look, what do we have? Resource box, another 13. So yeah, pretty simple. Our third item, the murky residue, we're going to need to farm a mission for this one. It's gonna be a little bit longer. We can look for it. You can actually pick from either one of these. They're both gonna be pretty easy if you notice, especially if you're a higher level, monster level 16. And well, you just have to run through this, get to the end, and you'll get a chunk of them, and then just do this. Hopefully you already have some, so you only have to do a couple times, but if not, just keep doing the mission over and over until you have all the materials. Now the next item is the blueprint, the Valby stabilized blueprint. Again, I decided to go with the drop rate that's 100%. For the amorphous material, you just have to beat the Devourer, which if you're somewhat leveled up, it shouldn't be too hard. The great thing about going with the amorphous material pattern 029 is it's 100% drop rate. If you click on the asylum, it's gonna take us to that mission. We're gonna click on it, and the mission does say 20 minutes or less, but look at this, 100% drop rate. So again, you can literally farm this over and over, get a few of them, and then go fight the Devourer until you end up getting the item that you need. The next item we're gonna try to farm is the Valby Catalyst. Now you do need some metal accelerant. You get this from Resource Box in Sterile Land. So what we do, again, with all of these, just pick whatever area you want. The outpost, fast travel there. Spam that tab button or the pulse button, and boom, you're gonna get the materials that you need, and you keep doing it. This diamond effect is so cool. I know a lot of people don't even know about this pulse that you can do, but yeah, it should be in your settings for controller. On keyboard, it is tab. So boom, interact and metal accelerant. You get about 115, do this a couple times and you'll have enough. The next item, hardener, is going to be the same thing from a resource box or munitions, but this one's gonna be in Vespers. Go to the outpost, run around a little bit, spam that pulse, find the items, and then do this a few times, and boom. You don't have to do it much because you always get about 100 to 200 of the items out of these, so it makes it for a really quick way to farm materials that you need to craft. Now for the encrypted circuit, this is going to be another one you want to just do missions that are 5 minutes or less, because the faster you can spam through them. I recommend picking the very top one. Look at this mission, 4 minutes right here in Echo Swamp, Hazy Swamp. 4 minutes, go through it, beat the boss, do it again, beat the boss, and you also have an outpost there so you can just fast travel back and forth, and knock this one out. Now for the blueprint itself, well, you guys can pick two again. I personally went with the one that you fight Dead Bride, the amorphous material pattern 023. The reason why is because the chapel has 100% drop rate for it. So you could farm the chapel a few times, then you go fight Dead Bride, and remember, it is a 38% chance, but you know, sometimes RNG just isn't on your side, but that's how you get that piece. And for the code, there's two different ways you guys can do it. I will tell you that trying to get the amorphous material pattern 032 is very hard. It's a 20% drop rate, but if you do the amorphous mirror pattern 006, it's a lot easier because there's a technique that you guys can use. Number one, turning your map to private in Sterile Land. Yes, in Sterile Land, you're gonna wanna put your map to private, and then you guys wanna fast travel down to Rockfall. And if you've been here long enough, you've probably seen this Rockfall tactical transporter. It's right next to where we need to be. So if you look at where I'm pointing, right above us, there's a mission, and to the left of that with a question mark, that's where you guys want to go. Now, this is the same area we ended up getting the amorphous material for Freyna. So yes, you can get more than just the one for Valby. But look, I was lucky enough and I got it this time. See how fast that was? Amorphous material pattern 006. Now, I will tell you, if you don't get it, just fast travel back to Albion and then fast travel back and it will reset. If you don't, you have to wait 5 minutes to redo this mission. So just fast travel to Albion, fast travel back to that checkpoint, and then just do that little side mission and do it over and over and over until it drops. Now, what we want to do is we want to open up that amorphous material. So what you want to do is go to Sterile Land, and you want to head over to here where it says Void Fragment. Now remember, for each of these, it tells you exactly how you can destroy. This one says electric, destructible only by the skill. Now, why we're doing this is because we need the monomer void shards and the polymer void shards. This is going to allow us to activate the next step. Now, if you've been working on the Freyna character, unlocking that Descendant, well, you might have noticed you've done this in the past. Yes, it's the same area. The reason why you do this is for those shards, because those shards are going to allow us to activate the next area we want. And the reason why we're actually doing it here is because these enemies are very easy and we can just fly through this. The area we're going to is directly across from, it's called Void Fusion Reactor. It's only level 10 monsters, so we'll get through this quick. But to activate this, we need 12 monomer void shards and 3 polymer void shards. So what you might need to do is just keep doing that other activity until you get 12 and 3. Once you have the shards, all you need to do is come to the exact reactor I told you, activate it. If you are already leveled up like I am, you're probably gonna 1 to 2 tap him, and then you have another boss. Now, once you kill this boss, he's going to drop a station that we can interact with, yes. And this is where we'll be able to, yes, unlock the amorphous material. Yes, it is a random drop. You can see we could pick either one. You want to pick the one we got, and then you see it's a 38% drop, right over there. And then if I hit shape, I just have to hope. I did this twice, and the second time I was able to get, well, the Valby code. Now that we have all the pieces, it's time to start working on Valby. Head over to Anais, and this is gonna be a 2-step process. We're gonna have to wait, and you'll see why. So we have all 3 pieces we can craft. It's 200,000 each gold, and then all the materials. So you can see we have all the materials here, everything we worked for, and everything explained on how to get it. And then you just have to do research requests. It is an 8-hour research timer, so boom, it's done. So I recommend having these all and do it all at once. And again, boom, boom, all the materials are here. And again, research request is what you need to do. And then there we go. And then finally, enhanced cells, same thing. We have all the materials. I showed you guys where these were, and research request. And now we just have to wait 8 hours for all of these to be ready. Now, once they're ready, you just got to collect them. And then we just have to, well, yes, you guys probably guessed it, craft Valby. And then we have to wait, what, another 16 hours. And that's pretty much it for this. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully you guys have now unlocked another Descendant. I'll see you guys in the next one. Hey, Nothing But Skills out.